Trump signs order expediting drugs for mental health treatment. President Donald Trump signed an executive order Saturday that he said directs the FDA to expedite their review of certain psychedelics already designated as breakthrough therapy drugs. A primary objective of the order is to speed treatment for veterans. President Donald Trump signed an executive order Saturday that he said directs the FDA to expedite their review of certain psychedelics already designated as breakthrough therapy drugs. A primary objective of the order is to speed treatment for veterans. The executive order I'm signing, we're actually signing the executive order today, is really a moment, Trump said. These treatments are currently in the advanced stages of clinical trials to ensure that they're both safe and effective for the American patients. The president said the executive order would implement historic reforms to dramatically accelerate access to new medical research and treatments based on psychedelic drugs. Citing the elevated veteran suicide rate, the president added, "In many cases, these experimental treatments have shown life-changing potential for those suffering from severe mental illness and depression, including our cherished veterans." And the nice part is we're actually doing this early, but it has been going on. Research has been going on for quite some time. But usually with things like this, nothing ever happens, no matter how the research ends up, but we're changing that. This order will clear away unnecessary bureaucratic hurdles, improve data sharing among the FDA and the Department of Veterans Affairs, and facilitate fast rescheduling of any psychedelic drugs that become FDA approved, Trump continued. The president said in 2024, a study from Stanford University, 30 special operation veterans with traumatic brain injuries underwent its called ibogaine treatment. Ibogaine, remember the name, noting that they experienced an 80 to 90% reduction in symptoms of depression and anxiety within 1 month. And so that was just approved just last night, Trump announced. In Texas, Republican leaders have already committed $50 million to the ibogaine research, and today the federal government is making a $50 million research investment in its own. And so that was just approved just last night, Trump announced. We're also opening a pathway for ibogaine to be administered to desperately ill patients under the right to try law, Trump said. Today's order will ensure that people suffering from debilitating symptoms might finally have a chance to reclaim their lives and lead a happier life. Just lead a happier life, he added. 2 weeks ago, Trump signed a sweeping executive order aimed at tightening federal oversight of election integrity, directing multiple agencies to expand voter eligibility verification and impose new controls on mail-in ballots. The order, titled Ensuring Citizenship Verification and Integrity in Federal Elections, outlines a series of measures that would increase coordination between federal agencies and state election officials, while also establishing new procedures for how ballots are distributed and tracked through the mail system. Citizens to state election authorities. At the core of the directive is a requirement that the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, working with the Social Security Administration, SSA, compile and transmit lists of individuals confirmed to be U.S. citizens to state election authorities. These state citizenship lists would be generated using federal databases, including immigration and social security records, and updated regularly ahead of federal elections. According to the order, the lists are intended to help states verify voter eligibility, though inclusion on the list would not automatically register an individual to vote. State laws and procedures would still govern registration requirements. The order also calls for the Department of Justice, DOJ, to prioritize investigations and potential prosecutions related to election law violations. This includes cases involving the distribution of ballots to individuals deemed ineligible to vote, as well as any actors, public or private, who may be involved in producing or sending such ballots. In a significant expansion of federal involvement in mail voting procedures, the directive instructs the U.S. Postal Service, USPS, to develop new rules governing the handling of mail-in and absentee ballots. Within 60 days, the Postmaster General is required to initiate a rulemaking process that would standardize ballot tracking and verification measures nationwide. Under the proposed framework, all mail-in ballots would be required to use specially marked envelopes designated as official election mail. These envelopes must include unique tracking barcodes and meet specific design standards set by USPS to ensure compatibility with automated processing systems.